Hello everyone. It's been a really long time and I'm glad to be back. I was asked in the comments to have a look at this case. It's not going to be long. It's quite a straightforward one in terms of astrology and what I think personally happened. But it's the case of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. Savannah's 18 and Matthew is 22, and basically they were last seen on the 22nd of December 2023 at 2 p.m. at the 6000 block of Grissom Road in Leon Valley. Then they were found deceased with a gunshot wound to both temples at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, the 26th of December, at 5900 block of Danny K. They were found in their car. There was no forced entry into their home. Their phones haven't been found. Murder weapons haven't been found. And the worst thing of all is Savannah, at 18, was 9 months pregnant. So let's have a look at the chart and have a little look at the map as well. But I think the chart does tell us a lot about it. Okay, so here's the chart for 2 p.m. on the 22nd of January when they were last seen alive. Just get my pen. So the victims, Savannah and Matthew, are represented by the ascendant, which is, Gemini, 7 degrees of Gemini. So that shows 2 people being murdered. The co-ruler of victims is the moon. That's also in the first house, and as you'll see there, it's at that horrible 29 degrees. The perpetrator is ruled by Sagittarius. The ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter. I'm going to explain it more soon. The end of the matter, or the womb and tomb, as I call it, is 20 degrees of Leo. Then the sun, which is the ruler of Leo, sits right next to horrible, nasty Pluto in the 9th house here. The ruler of the victims is Mercury, and Mercury is sitting in the 8th house of death in Capricorn, right next to Mars, which rules weapons, vehicles, and gunshots. So not only is the moon at 29 degrees, Venus is at 29 degrees of Sagittarius in the 7th house of the open enemy. So as you can see here, there's a triangle and they're pointing to Neptune in Pisces in the 11th house of groups of people. We need to focus on this T-square. So that's terrible. These areas here. Now, I have looked at this case for all of about 15 minutes maybe, and I looked up some history of the people involved, and Matthew does have a criminal history. This area and the people that they associated with was drug related. And that's showing us here with Neptune, the apex of this Venus and the moon at 29 degrees is going to Neptune in the 11th of groups of people. So I feel like it's to do with drugs, a female, and groups of people. There is a female that I believe that is actually involved in this and not just the victim, Savannah. So the fact that the victims is shown by Mercury, which is 2, and you can see that here, it's literally a 2, and then we go up to Mercury here in the 8th house of death, it's very, very telling that death would have occurred almost, well, within a couple of hours at the very most after they were last seen on CCTV. Now, I don't have a time for that, but as you'll see here, there's a photo where there's a meeting. I believe it's a drug deal, or perhaps a gun swap or weapons or something like that. Now, obviously, this chart is for the 22nd, but that's why we do the last scene chart, because it gives us the most information. So we're going to have a look at the map. We're going to go out 2 miles to start with, even though that's 20. So we use angles for miles. We're going to go out 2 miles. We're looking for perpetrators here, but I've marked where the vehicle was found and addresses, etc. We would look at 7 degrees of Sagittarius. So if we turned that into a degree that we can look at on a map, that is 270 plus 7, so 277. We're going to look at the ruler of that, which is Jupiter, at 6 degrees of Taurus, so that's 36. We're just going to stick with that for now because, as you'll see in a minute on the map, it's pretty interesting. I don't know any areas in America really, except for all the work that I've been doing here. I do know bad areas, but I don't know very specific areas. But to me, this is a really bad area. This is probably a very common occurrence of meeting up, selling drugs, swapping guns, doing all sorts of things. I certainly am not victim blaming. This is an awful crime. So the person that killed these 2 people did not care less. Killing a baby is just absolutely disgraceful. So I also feel that there's money involved. So the co-ruler is the moon of the victims, and the ruler of the 2nd house of money, which is this one here, is in Cancer. So it's, to me, that shows me that there's some monetary problems involved with the drugs and perhaps a female not being happy about something. This female's going to pop up. Having a look at the chart as well, to me, with looking at this 29 degrees here, 29 degrees here, and sort of how clear it is, this is going to be over with very quickly, I think. But then, sadly, I think possibly the criminals, and there's more than one that's done this, have been to jail before and will just continue to do the same thing again and again because of the area and the things that are going on, the drugs. It's really sad. So let's have a look at the map. Okay, so here's San Antonio in Texas. If we zoom in, here is the circle. I know it's quite hard to see. There's a lot of housing here. This is the 2000 block of Grissom Road. And then this here is where the vehicle was found on the 5900 block of Danny Kaye Drive. So I've done 2 miles out radius-wise here. As you'll see in the middle there, it says radius 2 miles. And I've only just put a couple of lines on. This line down here is that 7th house cusp, perp line, so 247 degrees going that way. So all streets should be, looked at. Not that you're just going to find someone on the street, but somebody that could be a suspect could live on one of these streets, and that's the important thing about these lines here. I would be looking in this area close to there. That's a small area, a bit further out than that. So from this point here to where the car was found, is 12 degrees of Taurus. That's the direction. On the chart, there's nothing at 12 degrees of Taurus, but there is Jupiter, which is the ruler of the perpetrator, at 6 degrees, and Uranus, which is sudden incidents, at 19 degrees. So right in the middle there is where the vehicle was found. So then my interest then is to plot this Jupiter line here. So I'll go back to that. And this is that Jupiter line. So it's a perpetrator line. Now, I'm not going to go through every single street, but this one stood out, Evers Road. It's the area that we're looking for, where the perpetrators are. It's a bad area. Maybe this whole place is a bad area, but it's not a good area. I've circled this big area around it. I don't think they live very far. They live close around here or close to where it happened. You know, I don't think they're Einsteins that have gone driving to a different state. So I believe that they live either inside or outside of just around this circle. Apple Creek is, I don't know how big that is, and I don't know if it's a part of Leon Valley, but Apple Creek really stood out, as well as matching with the astrology chart, of course. So I'm going to leave a link to this. You'll be able to click on it, zoom in. I circled this area here because for some reason I was just really drawn to it, this 410 Avenue. I don't know what that is, but anyway, where any blue line is, zoom in, look for houses. If you know people that might be involved in this and there's a line going through their house, have a bigger think about whether they may be involved or not. But I do believe this will be solved probably within a week or 2 weeks maximum. Okay, that was a quick one, but I'm going to get back into it. I'm doing more and more cases. I wanted to do this one because it was requested. I'm getting a lot of requested cases, but my brain is sort of just coming back from after losing my darling loved one, Bear, a year ago now. So anyway, happy Christmas, happy New Year. I hope everybody actually really does have a good year. Happy New Year to me sounds really trite at the moment, but just live every day as you can, because it's all too short. Anyway, that was a depressing ending. If you like this video, watch some other ones, because I find victims and perpetrators all the time. I found where the bridge guy worked. I found Linda Stoltzfus exactly. I found Jessica Runyons and Kara Kopetsky. I found hundreds of people. If you like it, subscribe, watch more videos, ask questions, do whatever. I want to get some more subscribers. I want more people to know that this works. So the perpetrator, we need to look around this area here. Okay, take care everyone. Loads of love. Bye.